I really like the color story.
You watch me under the light, so keep me in your sight, 'cause I can do this all night.
Hey everyone, it's Nicole from Nicole Loves Nails. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, hi, I am Nicole. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for clicking on this video. If you are in fact a returning subscriber, welcome back. How are you doing? I hope everyone's having a fantastic weekend. So today's video is for the Spring Collection by Orly. If you are new to the brand, Orly is a US based mainstream brand. Their polishes are in 18 ml bottles. They are 12-free, cruelty-free, and vegan-friendly. So I did receive this one. I almost said PR. I am not on the Orly PR list. So I did purchase this collection. I subscribe to the Orly Color Pass. So this collection is available right now on all the places where Orly is sold. You can pick it up from the Orly website. Head to Toe Beauty has it. Ulta has it. I think I saw it on Beyond Polish. I do have an affiliate code with Beyond Polish. If you use code Nicole Loves Nails, you can save 10% on the Beyond Polish website. Beyond Polish ships to both the US and Canada. So I will have links to where you can snag the Beyond Polish, Head to Toe Beauty, 88 Beauty. Those places all sell the polishes for a little bit less than Orly actually sells them on their website, just an FYI. But Orly does do sales on a regular basis too, so figure it out. That sounds mean. I'll have everything linked down below. Let's just get into this video. First up, we have Parcs Parasols. The brand describes this one as a soft, rosy brown creme polish. Parcs Parasols had a really nice formula. At first, I thought it was a little bit on the thinner side, but then I realized it was just because I had gotten used to like thicker, like more opaque, like indie creme polishes, and this one wasn't like thin or watery, but a good formula all around. It wasn't streaky or anything, so I reached full opacity in 2 coats. I think potentially if you overwork this one, you might need a 3rd coat, but for me, I reached full opacity with 2 coats. I will note that my swatch photos and this portion of the video that was showing right here, the polish does look a little bit lighter than what I was seeing in person. I'm still working on my new camera settings, and I won't go into it. But yeah, pretty good formula. The color did not wow me very much. Next up, we have Danse With Me. The brand describes this one as a pastel peachy pink creme polish, which I would say is accurate. So Danse With Me had an okay formula. I found this one to be very thin and as well as streaky. Not a huge surprise that it's streaky due to this one being a pastel, but it is something to note. I think this will likely be a solid 3-coater. If you aren't overly picky, might be passable in 2 coats. And also I will say, depending on your application, even with 3 coats, you might still have a few light and dark spots on the nail. I found from when I was swatching this on my full hand swatches, on my middle nail, I had a couple of light spots that weren't on the other nail, so application will definitely play a part on how this one looks on the nail. I'd recommend floating the brush over your nail and not dragging it, just to try not to get any little wonky spots. And I will note this one also seems to dry down a little bit darker than it applied. Sorry, my outdoor natural light shot is a little bit yellow. I forgot to change the color settings on the camera, and the sun was going down, so everything looked a little bit yellow. Next up, we have Golden Afternoon, which the brand describes as being a buttercream creme polish. Maybe I bake too often, but this is not the color that I think of when I think of buttercream. Like I would have said this one is somewhere between like a pastel yellow and a very light mustard kind of color. Pretty good formula, a little bit streaky, but with careful application, you can avoid uneven spots. It's going to be a 2 to 3 coater depending on your application and depend on whether or not you have a piece of cat hair on your nail. So I swatched this one in 3 coats. I had one nail that was good in 2 coats. I had one nail that had a piece of cat hair on it. So all of the nails got a 3rd coat just to cover up the light spots and cat hair. Removal will not be difficult or anything like that. No issues with staining either. Next up, we have Artist's Garden, which the brand describes as a pastel earthy green creme polish. This one had a good formula. I feel like I would have called this one somewhere between like a pastel green and like a sagey kind of green. Not like fall season sagey, but like a springy kind of sagey, if that makes any sense at all. So this one had a really good formula. It applied really nicely. I feel like this one had one of the better formulas in the collection. Not that any of the formulas were bad or anything, but I feel like the application process was just, I liked it on this one, even if the color didn't do anything for me. I swatched this one in 2 coats. I think it will likely be a solid 2-coater. I forgot to mention this sooner, but all of the polishes in this release dried down pretty glossy, but I did use top coat for all of them. Next up, we have Bleu Iris, which the brand describes as a pastel cornflower blue. Oh boy, this one was really hard to photograph accurately. I don't think I quite got there, to be honest. In person, I was gonna call this one like a pastel blue that leaned just a tiny bit in the periwinkle category. It was really, really pretty. Like, this was the color that just color-wise appealed to me the most in the entire collection. There was just something about this that was just like, this would be a fantastic color for like pedicures. So I really liked this color for that reason. This applied really buttery smooth and really nicely. Perfect formula on this one as well. I swatched this one in 2 coats. I think it's going to be a solid 2-coater on pretty much everyone. So yeah, there's just something about this color that really appealed to me color-wise. And so I'm kind of annoyed that my swatch photos came out like so white and not like color accurate at all. And the final polish is called Provence At Dusk. The brand describes this one as a lilac creme polish, which I feel like doesn't say much because lilac can be like 1,000 things. So for my personal opinion, I would say this is like a medium tone lilac. I feel like there's like a hint of gray to it. I've recently swatched a lot of lilac creme polishes, so I'm actually gonna have a comparison of this one up on my blog post because like I've swatched a lot of just like pastel-y, purplish, lilac-y polishes lately, and surprisingly none of them were duplicates. I really thought they'd be more similar than they actually were. So I swatched this one in 2 coats. I think this one will also be a 2-coater. I'm kind of the opinion if I can get 2 coats with like my long ass nails, like anyone can get away with 2 coats. Alrighty, so final thoughts. I am not a spring polish person, to be perfectly honest. Like, pastels do zip for me. I really like the color story. Okay, don't hold the package that way, Nicole. Where did the green go? There it is.
A few moments later.
So I like the color story. Like, it's vaguely rainbowy, so that appeals to me because it's vaguely a rainbow. But yeah, pastels don't do it for me. I thought the formulas were all pretty good. Like, I didn't have any complaints formula-wise, so like I can't say that like I was jumping for joy at this one. Hold on, I think Willie is at the door. Oh, nope, it was Stormy. Hi, Stormy girl. You want to join me for the video? This is my cat, Stormy. She makes a lot of appearances in videos. I think if I had to pick a favorite, I would go with Bleu Iris. I liked all the colors together though, so there's that. I went over if I thought Color Pass was worth it in my last Orly video for the winter collection, which I'll have linked. Overall, I do still think Color Pass is worth it, but don't join it if... What on earth are you doing? But I do not recommend joining Color Pass. Like, if you don't like creme finishes, don't join it because you're sorely disappointed. The spring Orly Color Pass also came with a top coat. I'll pop pictures up. Honestly, I did not like the top coat. I tried it for my first swatch when I was doing Parcs and Parasols, and
it's definitely a no for me, though. The voice is just not.
It does not dry fast enough for me personally. It dries quickly, but it does not dry quickly as much as my preferred top coat. But it wasn't a bad top coat, it just didn't dry fast enough for me. Again, this collection is available right now on the Orly website, as well as all the places Orly is sold. Places where I know are selling them, I'll have links to them down in the description box. So I would love to know what everyone else thought of this release. I will have a video up shortly on the summer collection because I just got it in the mail. Thanks so much for watching. If you have not yet hit subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next video.